Oops. So we differentiate what first?
9 minus.
Yeah, which is
Minus
minus 2x, yeah. And the x is?
Huh?
What's the x?
Minus 2x.
No, what's the value for x you use? What do you make x equal? What do you make x equal to?
mx plus c.
No, no.
Where
The derivative is minus 2x, agreed?
Yeah.
And what do you make x equal to? What value do you use for x?
From the point.
Yeah, so, no, you're looking at the wrong point. You should be looking at p.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 2.
2.
Yeah.
So what's the slope of the tangent? Minus 2 times 2, which is minus 4. But you want the normal. So it's not minus 4, but
4.
yes, yeah, quarter, yeah.
Mm.
So now you have the m, and how do you find the c in mx plus c?
You sub in.
So you should have no trouble now doing the first part for 3 marks. Come on, Adnan, you can do it, right?
And then
I only accept Visa, not MasterCard.
yeah.
8.5.
And
For what? The C, okay.
I got
Huh?
10,000.
Got it finished?
And then I have to solve it.
Sorry, no. That's fine.
x1 and y1 and b imply that is 4.
To get the C, you have to use 2 and 5 as x1, y1. As x and y, in y equals mx plus c.
X is 2.
Yes. You got the line. What did you get? Y equals
4.
x.
4.
Looks believable. I expected C to be less than 5, which it is. So the next part then, which is a massive 6 marks, is to get this area.
C is 4.5.
That's what he got. Now that doesn't mean it's right. I'm not saying anything against you. But I'll have to do it in a second to see what it is. Well, what did you get?
Same.
What you seem so surprised?
I didn't hear it.
Alright, okay. Alright, so you got 4.5 as well then. So we want to get this area now. How do we get this area? What do we need to integrate? Be very careful. So, firstly, what are the limits? The lower to the upper. What do you think?
5 is the upper.
Not this type of buffer, I mean like the x's, from where to where. I know it looks like it's from 0 to 3.
From 0 to 2 and from 2 to 3.
Yeah, you need to break this into 2 halves. You need to go from 0 to 2, which is to here, okay, and then plus 2 to 3, right? In the 0 to 2 part, what is the function you use to integrate? Is it the line or is it the curve? When you look from 0 to 2.
The line.
So you have to integrate the line you just got. And then when you look from 2,
We can make the line triangle.
yeah, if you don't want to integrate, you can make a triangle and do it this way, that's fine. And, it's like a trapezoid. And then from 2 to 3, what function do you integrate? The quadratic. Yeah. So you have 2 integrations, or a triangle, rectangle, and 1 integration.
But minus or plus?
Plus, because it's this piece, plus this piece, because you stick them together. That's kind of nice for 6 marks, because you're just integrating a quadratic. Okay. So can you try that part, and then I'll give you the answer.
something.
I don't know.
Come on, Adnan. Adnan! Adnan, are you talking about maths?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then why not talk in English?
It's very difficult discussion.
Oh, okay. You're trying to disguise it, is it?
Yeah.
Fine. All right. You can work together, but I want to see some writing, please. Adnan, if you want to work together, that's fine. Maybe you want to slide the desk over then.
Not okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Sure, have you finished? No.
You got an
No,
answer?
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, you don't know what to do, or?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'll just wait.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll get started on it then. So, can we at least call out the integration? So first you're integrating from 0 to 2, and what was the line? I assume you got it right. It was a quarter x plus 4.5, 9 over 2 then, dx, and then 2 to 3, 9 minus x squared dx.
Okay.
So this integrates to increase the power by 1, divide by the new power, 0 to 2, and then you're 4 times 2, because the 2 goes under when you integrate. 2 to 3, yeah?
Okay.
So that's equal to that with the 2 minus with the 0 plus that with 3 minus with the 2. Right, so let's put in 2. 2 squared is 4 over 8 is a half plus 9. When I put the 2 in here. Now when I put in the 0, that's nice, I get 0 and 0. Now when I put in the 3 here, I get 27 minus 3 cubed is 27 over 3 is 9.
Yeah.
And then when I put the 2 in, I get 18 minus 8 over 3. So I get 9 plus a half, that's 19 over 2, plus 27 minus 9 minus 18 plus 8 over 3. 27 minus 9 is 18, isn't it?
Yes.
Minus 9 minus 18 is 27.
Yeah,
So it's cancelled.
cancel, that's what I said. 27 minus 9 is 18, minus 18 is gone. So this would be, let me think, all over 6, 19 times 3 plus 8 times 2, 20, 40, 60, 57 and 16, 13, divide by 3, 21 over 2?
73.
Rats, so close.
Yeah,
73 over 6, which is
No.
nothing, okay.
12.1.
Yeah.
No,
If
1.
you want, yeah.
If you want. Now, what we can do is, nicely, we can check the answer here. So we integrate from 0 to 2, 1 over 4 alpha x plus 9 over 2, and then plus integrate 2 to 3, and then 9 minus x squared. 9 minus alpha x. Oh, rats. What's. Easy, slow it down. How do I. Squared. Alright, so we should be getting the same answer, of course, 73 over 6. Yeah. So in the exam, you would know that this is full marks here. 6 out of 6 for this one here. Do you need to write this down?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
I thought it would be much harder.
No, no.
It's great.
Yeah.
Don't look at the grade until you finish. Don't look at the grade.
6 marks just, it more reflects the amount of time you have to put into it. Yeah. But I think it's longer if you try to do the triangle and the rectangle.
Yeah, and you don't know the
I think it's just more straightforward this way. Yeah?
Yes.
Let's see what's in store next. Super. We have a numerical question here. So this one is just for the engineering. And the first one here is they give you this function, x cubed minus 15. And I don't know if you remember this, how can we show that there's a root between 2.4 and 2.5?
But it was one, then you go
No, something is true, but not that. Anyone remember? Not like this. How to show if something has a root between, say, 2.4 and 2.5? No?
one answer, I think.
You get the divided by x.
No. If you calculate y at 2.4 and get a positive, and calculate y at 2.5 and get a negative, there must be a root in between because it must cross the axis in between the two. So in other words, if the signs are opposite, 2 marks. And then starting with 2.45, so starting in the middle, use the Newton-Raphson formula to once to get an improved approximation of the root. Yeah, you forgot it, huh? You'll be heartbroken. This is the Newton-Raphson formula. We did this in numerical methods, the ODE lesson. And then part 3 is functions, where you have to find the inverse. And then part 4 is the f of g of 1, the composition. Right, start with just part 1 and 2, the first half of A, 1 and 2. Well, you definitely can do 1, because you just have to sub in the 2 values. And we see if you remember Newton-Raphson then in a moment.
Yeah.
That's how it
Yes, one is positive, one is negative.
Yeah.
Good. So you've done part 1, so now on to part 2.
Yeah.
No.
How much no?
Wait.
Did you get a root?
You mean for the Newton-Raphson? Yeah.
What did you get?
2.54.
No.
Why?
No, because you just proved previously the root is between 2.4 and 2.5. So it should not go outside of this.
Yeah, you.
Did you have the signs right? Did you have minus? Alright. Use brackets. Okay, Musharif, let's have a look then. So, well, I skipped the first part because you got a positive and a negative. So the second part is the juicy part, Newton-Raphson. So x2,
You wrote the formula wrong.
we'll see. x1 minus x1 cubed minus 15, and then the derivative is 3x squared.
Oh, yeah.
You were saying I did something wrong?
3x squared.
You were
minus
saying I
15.
did something wrong?
No.
So, using the calculator now, what is x1? It said 2.45, wasn't it?
You start with
I think it said to start with 2.45 in the question, actually. Oops. Minus 15. .466 or 2.47 then to trace. Well, does it say anything about the no? To trade significant figures. What did you do wrong?
The
Upside
first-
down?
No, the first derivative was 3x squared minus 15.
Disgraceful. Right, so you need to write this down. Yes, Adnan, you have this now?
Yes.
Okay, the next part then. This is interesting. Gx equals e power 5x plus 1. X, the domain is all real numbers. Right, so the question is, why does G have an inverse?
Why?
Yeah, why does it have an inverse? And then find the inverse. Well, I don't know if you remember, but you need two things for it to... Yeah,
1 to 1.
onto. Now the question is,
1 to 1 or not?
it is kind of onto. If you choose the codomain to be equal to 0 to infinity, kind of onto. But more importantly is 1 to 1. Now, how do we know this function is 1 to 1? Well, actually, the easiest way is from the graph. It's always increasing. And remember, there was a test for if it's 1 to 1. If you draw a horizontal line, it should only cross it once. And if you draw a vertical line, it only crosses it once.
You can say e power 5x plus 1 equal e power 5x plus 1 x1 and x2.
Has to be different.
It
Yeah,
has to
yeah,
be
that's the
different.
other way to do it. Yeah, yes, yeah. So it passes the horizontal and the vertical test. That's one way to show it's 1 to 1. The second way is that it's always increasing because the derivative is equal to 5e 5x plus 1, which is positive, which means the graph is always going up. That's the second way to show it. And the third way, which Mr. Sharif suggested, is if x1 does not equal x2, can we prove that e 5x1 plus 1 is different to e 5x2 plus 1? And the answer is yes, because if we put e on both sides, log on both sides, subtract 1 and divide by 5, x1 and x2 are different. So in other words, different x's corresponds to different y's. We have many reasons why it's 1 to 1 and so has an inverse. The real question is now how to find that inverse. So do you remember the process to finding the inverse? What do we do first?
Y
You make y equal to e 5x plus 1 and then solve for x. So you get log y equals 5x plus 1, log y minus 1 over 5 equals x. So the inverse function is log x minus 1 over 5. That's one way to do it. The second way to do it is by using a sort of bubble. You start off with x. Then what you do next is you calculate 5x. And then what you do next is you calculate 5x plus 1. And then what you do finally is e power 5x plus 1. And if you start backwards, so if you start here with x and go in reverse, the opposite of power e is log. The opposite of adding 1 is minusing 1. The opposite of multiplying by 5? Dividing by 5. So you get the same answer that you got here for the inverse function. So you have three ways to show that it has an inverse, and then you have two ways of finding that inverse, whichever you prefer. Okay, you probably want to write that down. You wrote this down? You are extra fast today.
But because I didn't wrote all one type of each.
Yeah? Rock and roll? Let's see what's next. And yes, we might as well finish it off actually. So this I hope you can do. Find f of g of 1 where, what the heck's f? Oh, f was from previously, x cubed minus 15. So calculate f of g of 1. Okay, try that now. F of g of 1, fx is x cubed minus something, 15, and then gx is e 5x plus 1. And note, they want the exact, non-decimal answer, exact answer, no decimals.
In exact form.
Yes, no decimals.
So e to the power 6, then we get the answer, then the answer cube minus 15.
You just said what to do. Did you do it?
No, I don't have a calculator.
But the point is you're supposed to do this without your calculator because they want the exact answer, no decimals.
How can
I
I?
love my calculator.
Yeah, without the calculator.
How?
Put the calculator down.
How can I get
Put
this?
the calculator down. Use your mind.
E to 6. I need to get it.
You got an answer?
No.
Oh, dudes. Right, look. Look. No calculators. Look. F
No one can.
of g of 1 equals f of e5 plus 1,
Okay.
which is f of e6, which is e6 cubed minus 15, which is e18 minus 15, and you're done.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the exact answer. E power 18 minus 15.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? Well, the difference is the non-exact answer is this.
It's a number, but I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah. What's the difference between this answer and that answer?
Nothing. They are the
Oh,
same
no, they're
value.
not.
They are
They're
the
not.
same value.
This is only accurate to 2 decimal places, but the true value is more than this. So they are not the same. Yeah? Okie dokie. There's not much point in finishing this now. We will continue with the B part next time, and then after that we have vectors with implicit derivatives, and then finally this exam finishes with integration.
Yeah.
You say yay?
It's better than the.
Really? Alright. Okay, I don't know if I'll see you later today. I guess we'll find out.
Yes, we should. Shouldn't.
I'll check and you check.
Try our best.
Try my best to what?
To don't.
I'll tell you soon.
I want to be.
You want to leave
We have
early?
Chemistry final again.
Yeah. I will skip.
Huh? Chemistry what?
No, you won't.
You
Why?
skip.
Yeah.
Musharit, skip a class? Impossible.
Like you can